Come for a walk on the Mendip Hills with me and let's go and find what's left of a former top secret Cold War radar base. And it's up there in what's now a butterfly sanctuary. Come on then. The site we're heading to is called Westbury Beacon and is located near the village of Westbury sub Mendip. It's a short and sweet walk, but parking is limited to laybys and of course bring your wellies as it can get a bit muddy. So, what is it that we're going to go and see? Well, back in the 1960s, a company based just down the road in Wells called EMI were contracted by the government, by the MOD, to carry out experimental research into radar targeting systems, which would basically improve the accuracy of things like ground-to-air missiles. And this hillside that we're walking at the moment was hand-picked for those experiments because it was perfect for what the engineers needed. And you'll see why in just a moment. The site would be set up and used by a handful of local engineers who would end up staying for 5 years, doing the job in all weathers. And the job itself would have made you scream, if you worked in health and safety, that is. Now, you do need a bit of imagination if you are going to get a sense of how it looked up here during the 1960s. Of course, you've still got the old manky corrugated tin hut up here, which was a bit of an officer's mess, where the lads would eat their daily meals, take shelter during the winter, that sort of thing. But out here is where all of the action would have taken place. You had a couple of caravans out here, which would have housed all of the radar technology. Now, the plan was they needed to lock this radar technology onto enemy aircraft. And that was easier said than done because they had two options. The first one was to fire dummy rockets at aircraft, which would obviously have been very costly, dangerous, it would have cost lives. Or they could have brought the aircraft to them, which is what they did. And these planes weren't your small light aircraft, oh no. These were huge Canberra bombers flown by the RAF out of Pershore in Worcestershire. The open Mendip hillside meant they could dive as low as 10 feet above the engineers before applying full power to climb away. And the goal was to be absolutely certain if an enemy plane was coming at them, they would be able to lock on and knock it out of the sky. And I'm pleased to say it was a roaring success. The radar research contributed to advances in missile guidance and early warning systems, a technology that has played a key role in Britain's defences. But because the project was so top secret, the lads needed to figure out a good cover story for when people naturally started asking them questions about what they were doing up here. So they came up with the idea to tell people, they're going to love this, that they were a moth migration tracking station, which was brilliant. And it worked. They even had little signs made for when they were up here, so as to fool people. But their foresight was even more brilliant, because today, this site is a butterfly sanctuary. You can't make it up. See you next time.